श्रमणी प्रतिभा प्रज्ञा जी तथा श्रमणी पुण्य प्रज्ञा जी विराजमान है। वंदामी नमन स्वामी श्रमणी जी। उनसे मैंने माता श्री दाई के समय जनवरी में प्रार्थना के लिए निवेदन किया था, तो आप दोनों अत्यधिक व्यस्त होते हुए भी, यहाँ तक कि श्रमणी पुण्य प्रज्ञा जी लास्ट टाइम कोविड से पीड़ित थी और इस समय भी उनको कुछ तकलीफ होते हुए भी आपने अपना पूरा योगदान दिया और एक श्रावक की भावना का मान रखते हुए आप दोनों ने तुरंत हाँ कर दी। हम आप दोनों के बहुत बहुत ऋणी हैं वंदा में। और आज फिर से काक्सा की पुण्य तिथि पर निवेदन किया तो आप हमारे बीच में पधार कर ब्लेसिंग तथा मंगल पाठ के लिए समय पर उपस्थित हुए हैं। मैं ये मानती हूँ कि चारित्र आत्माओं द्वारा जो ब्लेसिंग एक मैसेज के रूप में आज दी जाएगी, वह अवश्य ही काक्सा की आत्मा की मुक्ति में निमित्त बनेगा। Now I would have humble request to Dr. Bridgeseth from Orlando, USA. Please share your thoughts and sweet memories about Kaksa with us. To Dr. Bridgeseth. Brother, could you please unmute yourself? And
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, now
Thank
better.
you.
Good. Well, good morning to Americans, good afternoons to British, and good evening to Indians. Today is a very special day for the Seth family because we have gathered together here to pay tribute to the memory of our beloved Kaksa. He was suddenly taken away from us on this day 40 years ago. It was very sudden. Nobody had a chance to say goodbye to him. And we always miss him ever since. Kaksa was the family's pillar. We all looked to him and he took care of all of us. You know, he was not even had the 8th grade education. I don't think he even passed the 8th grade. But he was so interested in the education. He believed that a first-class education to his children will be the biggest gift he could give to them. And throughout his life, he put every effort to educate all of us at the highest possible level, despite many difficulties and many obstacles. You know, he was Thanedar as a job, and in that job, he had to move from place to place, village to village. And he immediately realized that that was not very conducive to the education goal that he had for all of us. And so he made a tremendous personal sacrifice and settled us and Ghai Udaipur while he stayed in all these villages on his job. But he came whenever he could to look after us and see us. Kaksa was a very inquisitive person. Every interaction that he had with others, no matter what their education level or what their position was, he always asked about them, how they are doing, what they are doing. he wanted to know everything, because his basic philosophy was you learn from others. And he never missed an opportunity to ask others what they know. He was especially curious about the future careers of importance and where are the best educational institutions and so on, because he wanted to be sure that he guide us in the right careers and that they send us to the right schools. While he was working, he was also planning for the future. I remember in very early stage, he bought a 20 bigha land in outskirts of Gogunda, and he developed it as a farm. He had a well there, built a small house. We used to grow many different crops, corn, wheat, sugarcane, mungfali, peanuts, and all kinds of crops, hot peppers, and fruits also, mangoes, papayas, and so on. And I had learned a lot because I used to go there quite often, because father was doing his work, and on holidays and so on, we will go there. And my interest in gardening came from that early exposure to the farm, that he had so much to do with it. Also, he bought a lot at 349 Gopalpura where he built the house. And that was our family house. And it was not only a house, but I think in retrospect, it was a brilliant investment, because he only paid at that time 450 rupees, which of course was a lot of money then, but I think it's probably now worth more than 2 crore rupees. So in that sense, it was a tremendous foresight on his part to make that investment. One of Kakasa's other attribute that I always admired, and I don't know how he got it, was his time management skills. He, without fail, every night will sit down and make a list, to-do list for next day. And then he will prioritize it. And next morning, he will start from the most important and second most important and so on. That is the kind of thing they teach here to the MBAs and to the management people. But he, with less than 8th grade education, was doing it himself at that time. And of course, that left tremendous impression on me, and I use that myself all my life. And now, even Monisha is hooked onto it, and she does it too. So it become a family tradition kind of thing. Of course, I can go on telling all kinds of stories, but let me tell you one story that I think pertains to me personally, and to a large extent, I think that was responsible for my future and my career, that he played such an important role in it. I went to the MB college and finished my BSc there, and after finishing, I had decided I'm going to go in engineering. So I applied to 3 engineering schools. One in Jodhpur, I thought that was the state college, so I will get admission easily. The second one was the Birla College in Pilani, which was the #1 civil engineering college in India. And the third one, which was my first choice, was of course the Indian Institute of Science, being the #1 institute in India then, and still #1 institute in India today. Well, I first got into admission in Jodhpur, so I went to Jodhpur. I must have spent about a couple of weeks, and then I got admission in Pilani. So I left Jodhpur and went to Pilani. When I got there, I went directly to the hostel. I dropped my suitcase and bedding. In those days, you always carried your bedding wherever you went because there were no hotels. And then immediately I went to the office because I wanted to make sure I pay the fees and they don't cancel my admission. So finally, I got to the counter where they collect the fee, and the clerk told me, "You have a telegram." Oh, telegram. So he handed me a telegram. So I moved out of the queue, of course, without paying the fees, and opened the telegram. It was from Kaksa. 2 sentences in the telegram. First, you have been admitted to Bangalore. And second, go immediately. I rushed back to the hostel, grabbed my suitcase and bedding, went to the station and picked the first train I could to go to the Bangalore. And that set my career forever. Now, he didn't just inform me that I have gotten and got there. He went to Professor Rode. I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he was a good friend of his. He was the head of the geology department, and got him to send a telegram to the director of the Institute of Science saying, "Bridge Seth is on his way. Please wait for him." So he was so resourceful, so dedicated, and so persuasive in getting things done that that's where I don't know where I would have been without that. So I want to just conclude by saying that we all owe so much debt and gratitude to Kaksa for all what he has done for us selflessly, to pure love and interest in our future, that we can never forget him. I don't know where he is today, but wherever he is, he's watching this and feeling very proud and feeling very happy. And thank you all for that. Thank you, Kamala.
Thank you so much, brother, sharing such heart-touching and emotional and great characteristics about him. It's really freshed us up. Now, I would have folding hand request to both the Shramani ji for their blessing and Mangal part. Vandami Namasami Shramani ji. Floor is yours, Vandami.
May I request you all, fold your hands in prayer pose. Namaskar Mahamantra. Om Namo Arihantalam. Om Namo Siddhanam. Om Namo Ayariyanam. Om Namo Vajrayanam. Namo Noye Sab Sahuram. Eso Panchanamakaram. Sabva Pavapanasano. Mangalanam cha sabbe sing. Padhamam Havai Mangalam. Padhamam Havai Mangalam. नमन हमारा अरिहंतों को, सिद्धों को, आचार्यों को है। आगम पुरुष उपाध्यायों को और लोक के सब संतों को नमस्कार। पंचक यह पावन करता सब पापों का नाश। सभी मंगलों में प्रधान है, प्रगटे भीतर दिव्य प्रकाश। प्रगटे भीतर दिव्य प्रकाश। नमस्कार महामंत्र के बाद हम श्री ब्रिजी सेठ से सुन रहे थे टचिंग मेमोरी ऑफ द फादर, एंड आई थिंक it would be better what Punya Pragyaji composed and sung in the memory of Sri Gherilala ji said. We should have that in our own way to use that memory, and we can have that song composed by Samni ji. Don't go me down. अरे हम, 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 अरे हम।
घर के मुखिया मेढीभूत काकसा की वर्षी आई, उनकी याद सुहाई, उनकी याद सुहाई। आशीर्वाद भरी ये घड़ियां दिल से हैं आभारी, उनकी याद सुहाई। सज्जन पुरुषों की कोटि में नाम तुम्हारा गिनते, श्रमशील सजग गुणवान उत्थान सभी का करते, देते सबको सत शिक्षा, सब पर करुणा बरसाई, उनकी याद सुहाई, उनकी बरसी आई। कहते हमको पढ़ो लिखो, जीवन में सुख पाओगे, ज्ञानवान संस्कारी बनो, जग में पूजे जाओगे। आस पास परिचित सबने तुमसे प्रेरणा पाई, उनकी याद सुहाई। सदा रहे तुम स्वस्थ, कभी कोई बीमारी नहीं आई, सेठ परी करके समाज में साथ खूब बढ़ाई, बनठन बाबू से रहते निरखी सहज ठकुराई, उनकी याद सुहाई। पूर्वजों की स्मृतियां लेकर ऐसे ये दिन आते, जीवन में कुछ करो नया, यह शुभ संदेशा दे जाते, जीवन में कुछ करो अनुपम संदेशा दे जाते, समणी गण की दुर्लभ सन्निधि, नए संकल्प जगाई, कक्षा की वर्षी आई, उनकी याद सुहाई, उनकी याद सुहाई। ओम अरा।
समणी पुण्य प्रज्ञा जी ने अपने गीत के मैसेज में वही बातें कही है जो श्रीमान ब्रिज जी सेठ ने अपने वक्तव्य में कही। जीवन कितना अमूल्य है, जीवन कितना विशिष्ट है। जीवन की परिभाषा करते हुए भारतीय संस्कृति में जीवन उसे कहा गया है शांतम तुष्टम पवित्रम च सानंदम मिति तत्वतः जीवनम जीवनम प्राहु भारतीय सुसंस्कृतौ। भारतीय संस्कृति में जीवन सानंद, जो आनंद सहित हो। You know, there is pain, there is pleasure. But between the pain and pleasure, there is something which is beyond expression. Sometimes we gain something, material gain, and always be happy. But this happiness is momentary. After something else, we start thinking, oh, my friend has this, my brother has this, my sister has this, I need something more. And that more always asking us to find out a new way. But there is no new way. There is no new thing under the sky on the earth. All things are material. And these things always, after some time, this Pudgal, this matter, has its life, has its courage, has its charisma, and that charisma is not forever. So we need a life, Santam, where there is peace, and peace is always forever. Sometimes we sit quiet, and couple of moments give us incredible peace. Couple of minutes meditation give us the sense of peace, because the material goods never give you a sense of peace. Either ignite the desire to get more, or sometimes, oh, we've fed up with this. Nowadays, have you seen the clothing of youth? They wear torn pants, torn shirts, and very differently torn. And do you think they are new? No, they don't want to present it new, but they are new. And they try to get from the branded shops with high price, but they are torn. Do you think? We are so happy when our family give us once a nice shirt or pant or frock during Diwali or Holi. We are so happy. And today they bring on Diwali and Holi or Christmas, on any occasion or the birthday, but these torn clothes. What is behind the scene? Behind the scene, something which is not common, something which is not appreciated by everyone. Even the grandparents, they are not happy to see someone wearing something torn. So, this is the cycle. And after some time, the brightness, oh, we don't want brightness. We don't want this. They go and get furniture from the branded shops. And that furniture is really created rough and old looking. Why? This is fashion. And fashion has no stretcher forever, but peace has. Peace does. There was a meeting, and in the party, 4 or 5 friends, they were like school friends, and they met, and they were talking just about peace. And then one said, I like summer, because during summer we can have ice cream and cold drinks. And as I heard, the bridge is living in Orlando. So Orlando is very hot, and Kamalaji is living in Dallas, and I hope that is also hot. So they enjoy cold things and things from refrigerator. But we are in London, and we need some hot drinks, hot tea, hot ukala, hot coffee, and hot chocolate. So, all these different, same day, same time, but we like different. So that one friend said, I want summer, because summer, you need not to wear 2, 3, 4 layers, and it's interesting. Then second friend said, oh, really, I like winter. And in winter, no need to be dress up nicely. Whatever you wear, everything is covered. So I like winter and always have hot coffee, hot tea. Then the third friend said, no, I hate winter. I hate summer, but I like spring. And the spring season, not so hot, not so cool, is really gracious. And then the fourth was quiet. Then they say, okay, what is your desire? Let us know what you like, because everybody has their like and dislike. Then he said, look, I like whatever season, no matter, but I like the season of peace. जो मौसम शांति से गुजर जाए, जो समय शांति से गुजर जाए, वो हमारी जिंदगी का क्वालिटी टाइम होता है. और जो समय फाइटिंग और क्वारलिंग और जो समय किसी प्रकार की एस्पिरेशन जो हमारी पूरी नहीं हो, उसके लिए रोते रोते गुजरता है. मैं बनना चाहता था डॉक्टर, बन गया प्रोफेसर. मैं जाना चाहता था हांगकांग, आ गया दुबई. और मैं करना चाहता था ये, बड़ा हाउस लेना चाहता था, लेकिन अपार्टमेंट में रह रहा हूं. सो यू सो मेनी एंडलेस लिस्ट ऑफ दिस डिससैटिस्फैक्शन. सो जो शांति से गुजर जाए, शांतम तुष्टम पवित्रम च, भीतर से एक सेंस ऑफ प्योरिटी आए, वह धर्म है, वह रियल में धर्म है. जैन धर्म किसको धर्म कहता है? सर्व मंगल मांगल्यम, सर्व कल्याण कारणम, प्रधानम सर्व धर्माणाम, जैनम जयति शासनम. जो मंगल्य युक्त है, द रिलीजन वेयर अहिंसा संयमो तवो, द दस्वकालिक स्क्रिप्चर, अ प्राकृत टेक्स्ट ओपन विद शांत धम्मो मंगल मुक्तिम. धर्म उत्कृष्ट मंगल है. And which dharma? Because if you go on the definition of religion, it is really difficult to get one definition of any religion. So it is very delicately defined. Dhammo mangal mukkitam. Which dharma? Ahimsa. And you know, the religion of ahimsa, religion of non-violence, never get out of date. Sanjamo, self-discipline, self-control, never go out of date. Tavo means fasting. Everybody can't fast. I understand. But you know, when we finish our dinner, after that next morning, we have fasting. Maybe it is planned fasting, not planned fasting, but we all fast. And those who are smart people, they plan. And they plan, okay, my dinner is over, I have taken water and everything, and all my medicine, everything is over. Now I take some pratyakyan, tyag, tapasya. And that is tapasya. It means now I'm going to bed. And when I wake up, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever your time, whatever your daily routine, just take. If there is any difficulty in my health or anything, then it is open. But otherwise, in common situation, in the normal way, I have tyag. Or some people at night, after like in the midnight or mid of their sleep, when they wake up, they drink some water. They can take some exception. Okay, I can drink water once, twice. So this is really a way to discipline your life. So sanyam and tap. So these small practice of sanyam and tap make our life bright. How? Because we are under discipline. And where there is discipline. So in Jain Dharma, discipline yourself. And what we do, we forget that. And we ask our wife, our husband, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? So this type of advice, nobody listens. So nowadays, intermittent fasting, very prominent. And now people are asking, oh, I'm doing this, you are doing this. So for the health reason, for your personal discipline, or finally for the religion. You know, one day we have to say final goodbye to ourselves from this planet. But just we planned our life, our education, our work, our family, everything. But why not planning for the life? That is really an important question, and the bell tolls for everybody. So in that situation, if we understand Dhammo Mangal Mukkittam, Ahimsa Sanjamotavu Deva Vitam Namangsanti Jassa Dhamme Sayamano. One who follow this religion, the path of Ahimsa, the path of Sanyam, and the path of Tap, then the person need not to go to the divine being or pay their tribute. Even divine being comes to their home to pay the tribute. And you know, when we do so, then happily life itself is a celebration. I fondly remember Ravindranath, Gurudev Ravindranath Tagore, and he was a Nobel laureate of the India, and he wrote Gitanjali, and that word, famous work, Anand Amar Jati, Anand Amar Gotra. What is your jati? And then you say Doka, Odia, Seth, Saha, and so many jati. No, Anand Amar Jati, Anand Amar Gotra. When this type of feeling comes out, it means the person is in the different plane. And that different plane is making in a real sense us a real dharmic. So those who follow the path of Jainism, there is Sarva Kalyana Karakam. The religion is not making the Kalyan for himself only, but Sarva Kalyana Karakam. When Kamlaji requested, and then I said, when your father passed away, and then she informed 40 years ago. And I was much impressed that, oh, after 40 years, someone is remembering. And really, why do we remember them? You know, one answer I got, blood is thicker than water. Blood is always thicker than water. We have that connection. And that connection, even if we remember, we get some energy. Might be he is as a divine being or any in life form, we don't know. But you had that connection, and that connection will reveal that, yes, if you remember that energy vibration take place, it is all energy. All energy, because we are not in the material level. Only material level, we eat, we drink, we sleep. But the energy level, we can connect. So this is the good reason I found that, yes, after 40 years, they are remembering. And last, when she did one more program, the program of Dhai, and I said, when she passed, oh, some 10 years, a decade. So, you know, the connection we have with the parents is most important connection. And that connection strengthens us physically, mentally, and
Yes.
emotionally. And that strength will go strength to strength. If you remember your parents, it means you will be remembered by someone.
Sure.
So this is one thing. And second answer I got, that in Jain religion, there is some cultivation, and one cultivation is pramod bhavana, might be in front of father. We can't, we sometimes we have different imagination, and sometimes father is like a discipline. Someone is making all the time discipline on us, so we can't express. But what today you can express, it might be you haven't told in front of him. So it is like you are revealing, you are appreciating those qualities, and the quality of father made you today. So the today is not just today. This moment is very subtle, very small moment of the present. We have long past and we have a long future in front of us. And I'm talking about the sole purpose of our, because we all are coming in this journey with the close connections, and again we are coming and meeting and departing. So in this journey, we are benefited most of the time from our parents. So Amma, Pia, so Mama, Ma and Ba, those are the strong pillar of strength in our life. So I would like to say that this is really a small meeting, but in the small is beautiful, and small is always memorable. And even this meeting will ignite some good quality in you, that how father made me, I can make someone's life, I can do some uh, good work in the society, in the community, in like Jain congregation, and that will make really a big difference in many lives. So really, I would appreciate like to do one small meditation for the memory of Seth Saab. But before Seth Saab, Thanedar Saab, so before I move towards this meditation, may I request you, if you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask me any question, which is to the subject, about the life, about the tribute, about anything which is related to Jaina Dharma, or any common question if you want. What is your view, Kamlaji? Can people have any question today?
Kamla?
Yes, brother. If anyone has any question, they can ask right now to the Shramani-ji. Anyone?
I have a question.
Yes, brother.
Yes.
My mother had
Your name,
no
please?
education. She never went to school. She never could write or read. But she was a devoted Jain. She followed many of the things that Jain religion teaches us. She will do samai, she will fast, she will not eat green things, certain types, she will not eat certain root kind of things. How did she get that? What is it in the human nature that brings these qualities without having any knowledge of anything? She didn't understand why she's doing that, but she was doing it. So what motivates individuals to do things without even knowing why they are doing it?
Kablaji, I missed this question in the beginning due to the connection.
Yes, Vandami.
Brijbhai Sahib, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, I was.
Brijbhai Sahib,
In the-
Shamini ji missed it.
Yes, brother, go ahead,
Yeah.
please.
I was saying that my mother, who had no education at all, followed Jain religion religiously and seriously. And she followed many of the things that we as Jains are supposed to do, meaning fasting, samai, not eating certain greens, on all those kinds of things. And I was wondering, what's your experience? Why and how could an individual who has no knowledge or understand the fundamentals of Jain religion can still practice Jain religion?
Kamlaji,
Vandami?
yeah, I missed it in the beginning. I don't know, my
Okay.
side connection is poor
भाई
or
साहब पूछ
something.
रहे हैं कि
Like I understood that someone don't know about the theories of the religion.
yeah,
Yes.
and how she is following all those fundamental principles like not eating in the night or garlic or samaik, doing
Who is-
samaik and all that kind of
Who
thing.
is
Dhai, about Dhai. He is
who-
asking about Dhai.
okay. Yeah. So like some there is a theory, look and learn. So the upbringing of Dhai, where she brought up, a family background, definitely Jain family background. She has seen many monks and nuns. I think you have seen less, but from the day one, in the India, when baby is born, a small baby, don't understand, but mother and father take to the darshan, going to the guru, going to pravachan. So everything, even until 5 years, our medulla oblongata is so powerful, like a sponge, absorb everything. So whatever learned and seen and looked at the younger age of 5, 6, 7, they absorb everything. Might if you ask any question, they cannot express, they can't answer you, but they have that sense, and that sense is, I can say, that soul power, and that soul power already absorbed things, and then she assimilated them within her soul, and time to time she tried to develop herself. Like today, you are developing yourself in a different way, and your son is developing in a different way, your grandson is developing in a different way, but they don't have so many resources, so many other options. So for us, religion is not only religion for us, socializing, learning, showing ourselves, our capacity, and it is like a something like there is no other manoranjan, everything. So house and religion, so it is a society gathering, meeting, talking, so many things, and then they talk, and sometimes they don't understand, and our old sadhus and sadhvis might, they don't know much theories, they are not educated in the mainstream education, but their understanding about life, about small concept of religion was very, very good and live. So I understand that what she did was a religion which is looked and learned and assimilated.
Thank you.
Any other have any question? Anybody? Brother,
I
yes?
have one more question.
Sure.
What is being done to promote Jain religion in the world?
Vandami?
The beginning is not.
Okay. He said how to promote Jain religion in the world.
The promotion we can do through our own life, one thing, when you do something. Then second, nowadays I feel a lot more through the education. Education and someone who are making their career in Jainism, such people, if they educated in a proper way, and then they can take over and they can reach out more. So I think the personal life is the best. Then second, what you can do through the educational institutes, that is also very good, because through that we can involve more than other, like you say, insider Jains, but outsiders. So if you can involve those type of people, and sometimes people start understanding, and then they start following, they have a different outlook, as we born Jain have different.
Thank you.
Kritikasme Vandami. Anybody else? Sajjan? I think Sajjan, you can unmute yourself. Sajjan, unmute yourself. Can you unmute? Vandami, Sajjan cannot unmute.
सचिन जी अनम्यूट करो.
Anybody has any questions? Sajjan, can you unmute yourself?
There is a hand raise from Galaxy M31.
No, I think
they cannot unmute.
He's from Vandami. He's from beginning raising the hand somehow by mistake, I think.
And there is one Naman Seth.
Okay, Naman Seth, do you have any question?
So you unmute them. You can unmute them.
Okay, let's see.
Hello.
Yes, good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think our Jain religion is very strict. We can't eat in the night like that. We can't go out. We can't travel in car or bus or air travel or like that. Our religious, sadhu sant can't travel like this. That way, our religion is confined to the small area only. We can't spread all over the places. So don't you think we should change ourselves and change the religion style or something?
Yes, good question from Naman ji. So,
yeah, I'm Sajjan.
Sajjan.
He's my twin.
Okay. So, Sajjan bhai, there is two ideas. One, keeping the tradition alive as it is, like on foot journey, which is not only from the today, but it is, at least if we count from Bhagwan Mahavir, 2600 years ago he started. And if we see in all other religious orders, might be Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Zoroaster, and so many other world religions, they don't have the same like lifelong vow for like walking on foot. But interestingly, 40 years ago, Acharya Tulsi, he said, instead of breaking our vow, breaking the tradition, we should start a new cadre. And he started Saman Shreni, so which we are. So we have less rules. We can use travel like transportation, train, plane, car, and time to time we do on foot journey as well. And might I'm on this side keeping the tradition alive but starting something new. So that is a kind of innovation and a add to the tradition. So this Saman Shreni is traveling quite a lot, time to time with the invitation, and some Nijis are teaching at universities, school, colleges, and to be like just I'm so lucky that years ago, one day, I asked Gurudev, can we study in foreign university? Then he said, yes. And when I came, I Googled, and there was a fee of 10,000 pounds. And then I thought, no, who will pay for me 10 lakhs rupees? And then I kept it down. And where there is a will, there is a way. And suddenly, few old person, seasoned citizen, they came and they say, हमने अपने बेटे को पढ़ा दिया है, पोते को भी पढ़ा दिया है, समनी जी हम आपकी फीस दे सकते हैं. और 5-6 लोगों ने मिल करके मेरा मास्टर्स का फी दिया और मैंने पढ़ाई की. मेरा मास्टर्स कंप्लीट हुआ, फिर वापस ठंडे बस्ते में, यानी नॉट डूइंग मच फॉर द एकेडमिक लाइन. अगेन गुरुदेव महाप्रज्ञ जी ने कहा, कैन यू डू PhD फ्रॉम UK? देन आई से यस आई कैन. एंड देन अगेन आई स्टार्टेड. And then someone said, after 50, why are you taking so much burden? Then I say, no, study is not a burden. It is always, I can welcome even in my 80, 90, 100. I don't worry. And I completed my PhD, and that was also sponsored by community members. And after me, Samni Unnat Pragya ji, she got a 45,000 pound scholarship from University of London. So yeah, and she did her PhD on Samudghat, which and soul points come. So like interesting. And we lucky modernized the Sangha. So many monks and nuns in the mainstream education, having masters, PhDs, and also some Nijis served university, Jain Vishwabharati University, on various capacity as a lecturer, professor, reader, and vice chancellor as well. So it was really started, but we can't say everybody is ready to adopt all these things, because sometimes people have some criticism. But Acharya Tulsi, he never took it on their heart, and they say, no, I'm doing for the good cause. So yes, innovations are there.
Very well said, Shamniji. Sajjan, can you unmute yourself? I think you're saying something. I sent you the message. Can you unmute yourself now? Yes. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Now I have another question.
Yes.
Can I ask?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we follow Mahavir Swami, Mahavir Bhagwan. Our principle based on the Mahavir Bhagwan, and we all Jains are the following Mahavir Bhagwan. But we have Svetambar, Digambar. Again in Svetambar, we have Terapanthi, Barapanthi, Mandir Margi. In Digambar also there are several sects are there. can't we to get together, because our basic principle is the same, because we are following the Mahavir Swamiji, but we are in a different direction. Why this difference is there? Because our strength is low that way, because Shwetambar is a small sect, Digambar is a small sect, again Shwetambar has a 12 Barapanthi, Terapanthi, the small people are there. So don't you think our Jain Dharma as a whole is weakened?
Yes.
And also we have a different samsari, so can't we have one day samsari? And it is because of, I feel, it is my personal, either the top people of the Jain Dharma or the Guruji, they can't fix up the one day, because it is their duty to fix up the day.
Very true. Good question. And it is, if the prominent acharyas, they work on this, then only this possible. Otherwise, everybody have their mind and their prejudice, their thinking. And Acharya Tulsi and many acharyas, they tried. And finally, Acharya Mahashamanji, they tied up. At least Sthanakvasi and Terapanthi, both are Swetambar, both have close connections, and both believe in 32 agmas. So let us start one samvatsari. Even though few sects they not joined, but thanks Sraman Sangh and Terapanth, both part of the Terapanth and Sthanakvasi, they started it. But still there is a long way to go on this. And normally when like at my personal way, suppose there is 2 samvatsari. So if we have Paryushan in London, I always observe 9 days, not 8 days. So those who follow the first day, those who are following second day, both day we do like Samvatsari and Pratikraman. So at least people have that sense that at least Samniji is supporting. Otherwise, like some religious guru, oh no, our Samvatsari is over, don't do Pratikraman, don't do lecture, don't do this. So this is not a way to think. And really, we are very small in number. And if we connect and tie up, and wherever there is friction, so who can amend a little bit? But it is up to higher authority.
So who can suggest to them?
No, so many meetings already there.
And again, Digambar and Swetambar, they are also different. They have a different samsari.
Yes. So we in London we do 18
And
days.
again, one thing, some people believe in idols. Pratima, and some people believe in Sthanak. No idols. They don't believe in. They don't worship the idols. So these all different things going on in our Dharma, religion.
But
so the other people, they will feel, what is your religion?
Just for that, you can say, like if almost all the world religion, there is like Shia and Sunni and Catholic and Protestant and Anglican and Church of England and this and that, so many part, and it is coming from here. It is not from the Atma.
But ours is small number. Point is this: ours is the small number. They have a vast number, many big numbers. So our religion will not spread like this. Because people will have no asta in our religion.
Vandami, I would say this is a long discussion type of topic.
Yeah.
If we can summarize in quick, because it's already 1 hour.
Yes. So let us do one logos with Mangal part. And Sajanji, we can take your question. We can discuss on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Because it's a long discussion topic.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if we can do separate in session, definitely you can get some answers about it.
Yes.
But it's very good question. Yeah.
So now stay in meditation. One logos we do in the memory of Kaksa. लोगस उज्जोय गरे धम्म तीर्थ यरे जिने अर्हन्ते कित्तैस्सम चौवीसम्पि केवली उसभमजियं च वन्दे सम्भवमभिनन्दनं च सुमयं च पौमापहं सुपासं जिणं च चन्दपहं वन्दे सुविहिं च पुप्पदन्तम् सियल सिज्जंस वासुपूज्यं च विमलमनन्तं च जिनं धम्मं सन्तिं च वन्दामि पुंथुम् अरं च मल्लिं वन्दे मुनिसुब्बयं नमिजिनं च वन्दामि रिट्ठनेमिं पासं तः वद्धमानं च एवं मयि अभिथुवा विहूय रयमलापहीन जरमरिणा चौवीसम्पि जिणवरा तिथयरा मे पसीयन्तु कीर्तिवन्द्यमये जे लोगस्य उत्तमा सिद्धा आरुग्यबोहिलाभं समाहि वरमुत्तमं दिन्तु चन्दे सुनिम्मलयरा आइचे सुअहियं पयासयरा सागर वर गंभीरा सिद्धा सिद्धिं मम दिशन्तु सिद्धा सिद्धिं मम दिशन्तु। सेठ साहब की आत्मा को शांति, उनकी उत्तरोत्तर स्पिरिचुअल प्रोग्रेस होती रहे, इसी मंगल कामना के साथ सुनिए मंगल पाठ। चत्तारि मंगलम अरहंता मंगलम सिद्धा मंगलम साहु मंगलम केवलिपन्नतो धम्मो मंगलम चत्तारि लोगुत्तमा अरहंता लोगुत्तमा सिद्धा लोगुत्तमा साहु लोगुत्तमा केवलिपन्नतो धम्मो लोगुत्तमो चत्तारि शरणं पवज्जामि अर्हन्ति शरणं पवज्जामि सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि साहु शरणं पवज्जामि केवलिपन्नतं धम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि। जय नमः। Om Madam.
Krityosmi Vandami for your great blessing. It's really showered us. And you pointed out some basic fundamental principle about Jainism, which if we can follow even one principle in our life, I think we could go better life and our soul can go at a better place. You pointed out some like non-violence, sacrifices, sanyam, and main thing, season of peace is permanent, which is, I think, if we all learn about that, we could do better in our this life and future also. So Krityosmi Vandami, thank you so much. Now, would you please all rise up at your place for a moment of silence for a minute.